Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel, Sugars. My name is Nomzamo Shangase, and if this is your first time passing by this video, please don't forget to subscribe. I post videos about books in my life. If you're a returning subscriber, hello, hi, and welcome back. Today I am doing a book recommendation specifically to a certain type of trope. I've read my fair share of romance books, but mainly of the books that I read quite a bit last year were books that were the single dad trope. Without further ado, let's get right into the book recommendation. First one we have is Inner Jam by Kate Canterbary. This one we follow Shay and Noah. Basically, Shay is left at the altar and she gets the news that her aunt passed away and her aunt left her this tulip farm. She is supposed to be married within that year. This book has a couple of tropes, but one that really stood out for me was definitely the single dad one, because Noah, who was friends with Shay when they were in high school, is a legal guardian to his niece. I think Kate Canterbury did it so well writing this book, showcasing the multiple issues that Shay, also Noah, faced, with Noah raising his niece. With Shay, she's just working through being left at the altar and having to take care of this farm. But I absolutely loved Noah and how he was with his niece. Yeah, it's one of those good books that would slow burn, but definitely worth it. Second book is Funny Feelings by Tarah, Dewitt. Here we follow Farley and Maya. Maya is a manager to Farley. Farley is a stand-up comedian and she is on the rise to be very, very big, to be one of the greatest stand-up comedians. Maya is a former stand-up comedian but had to quit it because he had a child. I don't remember why he ended up being the one raising the child. In order for Farley's viral in some sort of way, she decides to start this rumor that they are dating. They become kind of like this it couple in the comedy industry. Also multiple representation with this book. One of the things that stood out for me is the fact that Maya's daughter is deaf, and that was one of the representation that I've never really thought about, that was also good to read about and see how Farley handles being with a child that has that disability. This book is definitely funny. It's definitely a slow burn, but their chemistry is so good. And yeah, if you want to laugh, definitely get this book. Third one is A Grumpy Romance by Ania Authors. This one we follow Kenya and Alistair, and this is definitely slow burn, like an office romance. I actually enjoyed this book, even though I think we found out later that Alistair has a child. I really want to say did love it, but it was less of like a single dad. Like the child was not really there, like being very much focused on the single dad, but I think it was okay either way. Is Heartless by Elsie. As you can tell by the smile on my face, obviously I love this book, okay? One, we follow Willa and Kate, and Willa is a nanny for the summer to Kate's son. Let me tell you, I loved Daddy Kate so much. Also, it's a small town romance. Kate runs like a family ranch, giving small town, giving cowboy vibes, giving summer vibes. Like, it's really, really cute. It's really, really hot and steamy. And I loved how Kate being a dad was a big focal point, and to show how much Kate cares for his son. Willa definitely stole their hearts. Such a beautiful romance. I wasn't a big fan of how it ended. We all know there's that trope that a lot of us don't like. Yeah, it happened. Heartless is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series. Yeah, I think it was written so well, except for that one trope. This is a book that I would definitely recommend for you to get. Next is by an author that's my all-time favorite. It is Hookshot by Kennedy Ryan. This book is the third book in the Hoops series, and it is my favorite book of the entire series. I love Keenan so much. That's my man. So we follow Lotus and Keenan. They've been around each other like an acquaintances of some sort, and then for one summer they decide to be kind of like friends with benefits for the summer and have this great hot steamy tension and chemistry that it was just like you could cut it with a knife. I'm sorry, it was so good. Keenan is he was a great partner more than he was as a great dad. The parts where I would have wanted him to choose his daughter, he was ready to throw his life for Lotus. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. I enjoyed the book. Like the parts that you saw Keenan being with his daughter was really, really sweet and heartwarming to see. But yeah, overall, I really love this book. It's not also the greatest representation of single dad, but I just like to throw it there because this book was just like It was so good, guys. It was so good. Kennedy Ryan really did that with this one. Now it's time to go to the dark side, and Sweet Temptation by Cora, Reilly. This one we follow Casio and Julia. We follow this mafia boss. He is looking for a wife, a caregiver to his 3 children. There's a dog somewhere. It is a dark romance and a big age gap, so please be mindful of that. Yeah, but Casio wasn't the creator's father, to be honest with you. He was just the dad. Kind of gave sperm donor. We see Casio grow into having good relationships with his kids, seeing how Julia's impact kind of like impacts him to get closer to his kids and have more family time. If you're not a big fan of like dark mafia romance, please don't read this book. The last book that I have read before I give you guys all the books that I want to read is Caught Up by Liz Tomforde. And I forgot what's the name of this series, but it is the 3rd book. This one was unexpectedly good. So here we follow Kai and Miller. Kai is looking for like a nanny to look after his child while he is playing baseball, because he is a baseball player. Miller is looking for some downtime to kind of like relax. Chef consultant of some sorts. She wants to remember why she even took the job in the first place. But we basically see how Miller just falls in love with the child so quickly. And also you can tell that Kai is a really involved dad, because he is a single dad. The child was left with him. You see a lot of scenes with him being with the child and bonding with the child. So this one, definitely recommend. The next 3 books are books that I haven't read, but I know that they are a single dad trope. They are very much black romances, which is something that I haven't done when it comes to the single dad trope. And I chose these 3 to read in the future. Malachi by Huffington and Life Was Beautiful by Monique. Last one is Beyond Measures by Kimberly Brown. I am looking forward to reading all these 3 books. That is all for this video. I really do hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and hit that little bell to get notified every single time your homegirl post a video. Until next time, sugars, thank you so much for watching. Mwah. Bye.